Let's be honest, we all know what we should be doing. Whether we want to drop a few kilos, be more productive, or improve the quality of our sleep, knowing what to do isn't the hard part. The hard part is actually doing it and sticking with it. Do you want to know why? I'll tell you. My name is Shireen Skippers and I'm host and founder of For Your Life. For Your Life is a podcast all about habits. Join me as I talk to experts from all walks of life as we discover the power of habit and how you could use it to change your life. So if you want to change your life, change your habits. Habits are about time, and your time starts now. One of my favorite books on habits is New York Times best-selling book by James Clear, Atomic Habits. In this book, James talks about the 3 layers of behavioral change, with the innermost layer being your identity and the outer layer being the result that you want to achieve. The glue that connects the 2 layers is your process and how you get there. Makes logical sense. After all, a goal without a plan is nothing more than a wish. So having a system and a process is essential for making permanent change. It's how you get the outcome you want to be the person you want to be. Having a process puts the winds in your sails. It's the fuel in the engine and it's the sat-nav to get you to your destination. But just having a process isn't going to be enough if you don't stick with it. So how do you do that? Well, you do this in 2 ways. Number 1, you make it easy. And number 2, you make it fun. Never underestimate the importance of emotion when it comes to creating good habits. After all, we won't do something if it doesn't make us happy. Annie is a great example of that. Annie runs a large retail store in Australia's biggest shopping centre. Her boyfriend is starting to become a personal trainer. They have busy social lives, but for them, good nutrition is an absolute must. Have a listen to how Annie makes time for meal prep so that she can stay in control of her nutrition goals.
Hi, I'm Annie. A habit that I've really nailed is meal prepping my work lunches and breakfast every single week. I do this by going shopping with my boyfriend on a Sunday night or afternoon, and we get all of our food for the week. We go home, we cook it together. It's really fun. We get to have our nutritious meals planned out for the week, helps us hit our nutrition goals, also helps us save money buying and cooking in bulk for the week, and it's a great time to spend together. And yeah.
So Annie's just described how great habits are started and how they persist. She has made it easy and fun. She has emotional support from her boyfriend, and she's made it a great routine. It makes her feel good and proud of herself. If there's one thing I really would like everyone to know about is this concept of a keystone habit. A keystone habit is an uber habit because it supports and creates other habits. So think of it like a stack of dominoes. The keystone habit is the one that you need to knock down for all the others to fall. So instead of having to change lots of habits, think about the one habit that you can change that will fix all the other things. Makes sense. So one of my favorite examples of a keystone habit is eating breakfast. Just this one simple thing has a ricochet effect on your nutrition and energy for the entire day. It really sets you up for success. Have a listen to Melissa Leahy talk about this. Melissa is a wonderful clinical nutritionist. I recorded an episode with her a while ago on good habits for nutrition. Have a listen to the one simple thing she does every day, how she does it, and why she does it.
Hi, I'm Melissa Leahy, clinical nutritionist. The habit I'm most proud of is actually eating breakfast. I do this because, like many people, I used to skip breakfast, have a coffee mid-morning and tell myself that I'm intermittent fasting. But by the afternoon, I was tired, my energy was dropping, and I would find myself looking for simple, quick sources of energy from sugar, from coffee, from refined carbohydrates. And then I'd find myself snacking right through the afternoon, trying to keep that energy going. But by having a protein-packed breakfast, it sets me up for the day. It helps to regulate my blood sugar levels that help to keep energy consistent throughout the day. It supports my metabolism, it reduces cravings, and it helps support my appetite. I make this easy by usually having a smoothie for breakfast that I can prepare while I'm making lunches and can enjoy with my family at breakfast time. Sometimes I make breakfast the night before in the form of overnight oats or chia pudding, and then it's right there ready to go and fits with our routine at breakfast time. This makes me feel energetic. My energy is consistent throughout the day. I've got energy for work, I've got energy for gym workouts, and I'm not tired after school, and I've got that energy to enjoy the evening with my family. It also puts me in control of my appetite. It helps to reduce those cravings and stops me from reaching for those foods that I might regret eating later.
So you can see that by having breakfast every day, Melissa is taking preventative action in managing her energy and her nutrition. There are lots of other examples of keystone habits. Sleep is another great one, as is the habit of daily movement. If you look at all the research and science into habits, you'll no doubt come across something called the habit loop. It's a great way to understand how habits are created. Essentially, the habit loop is a 4-step process that's self-reinforcing. Step 1, you start with a trigger. Step 2, you develop a craving in response to the trigger. Step 3, you then create the habit. And step 4, you enjoy the reward. And this repeats in a perpetual cycle. So when you're looking at changing a habit, the ideal place to start is with the trigger. Start by looking at what is triggering the craving. Once again, turning to the research, we discover that the 2 most powerful triggers of any habit are 1, time, and 2, location. So if you want to change a habit, you have to be in control of those 2 things. Have a listen to Blake talk about this. Blake is a very smart and hardworking engineering student who needs his sleep. In this short video, he explains how he's managed to control his triggers and change his habits.
Hi, I'm Blake, a software engineering student at Monash, and play a bit of cricket on the side. One habit that I've developed recently is not going on my phone for about the hour before bed. I've been able to do this by charging my phone actually away from the side of my bed, not using the power point that's next to my bed, just to sort of create that separation between me and it, which reduces my tendency to reach for it when I can't sleep or whatever. And I've done this because I struggle quite a lot with my sleep in terms of being quite an active sleeper, and I grind my teeth quite a bit. So I find by winding down and not having my phone next to me and being on my phone, that my quality of sleep improves and the teeth grinding also improves.
So for Blake, who is trying to get a better night's sleep, he has to manage his triggers. Again, the most powerful triggers are time, getting ready for bed, and location, being in his room at night. By changing these 2 triggers, he's able to reduce his nighttime phone use and get a better night's sleep. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks for listening to another episode in the podcast series For Your Life.